Mr. Speaker, I rise to support Budget 2022 as presented by the Honorable Senior Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashley Kumar Singh. Mr. Speaker, allow me further to congratulate the staff of the Ministry of Finance for presenting to this House a well-crafted budget. But Mr. Speaker, before I continue, the Honourable Member, Mr. Jones, spoke about Article 13, about consultation. I want this Honourable House to note, and the Guyanese people, that there is a wide range of consultation for Budget 2022. Mr. Cox spoke about the AP&U giving an increase of a stipend to the CSO. But I want to remind the Honourable Gentleman, is the AP&U AFC who dismissed the 1900 CSO. We hear the call for increase in old age pension. But in 5 years, the AP&U AFC give an increase of $7,000. In 18 months, the PPPC gave $7,000. And I want to remind you, it was the PNC at that time who introduced the mean test to prevent our senior citizens from getting a pension. And many of you will recall, if they go to your home and they find a balance entry, you can't get the old age pension. So cruel were those people. Mr. Speaker, 2021 has been a very difficult year for us in Region 5 because of the massive flooding we had in that region, greatly affected. But Mr. Speaker, we did not throw up our hands and say, so be it. Like the AP&U AFC will normally throw their hand in normal circumstances. We responded in the short-term base, the medium-term base, and 2022 budget will see a more long-term response to the difficulties of our farmers face. Mr. Speaker, in 5 years that the AP&U AFC was in office, they destroyed every section of the Region 5 community, whether it was business, agriculture, tourism. In 5 years, 217 businesses closed in Region 5. 217 businesses closed in Region 5. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to report, in less than 18 months, 73 new businesses established in Region 5 created an additional 420 jobs in the areas of commerce, agriculture, tourism, construction. And certainly when you drive along the West Berbice Road, you see the construction industry booming. Every day new building going up. It is because of the policies and programs of the PPPC government. Mr. Speaker, as I said, Article 13 was implemented during this process of consultation. I recall the Honorable Senior Minister within the Office of the President with responsibility to finance. The business community asked for a meeting. I took the Honorable Minister, and they were loud in praise with the policies and programs because they see this government as encouraging private businesses. And this is important for this country to grow. And one of the requests was the need to have some reduction in taxes of pickup vehicle. 2022 budget caters for that. Because we are a government that listens to the people. We listen to the people. When our ministers of government, when members of parliament visit the community, we listen to the people, we raise their concern, we listen. They come back to cabinet and discuss it. Look at the gold program, how successful it was in Region 5. Because people like the Honorable Minister, Sonia Parag, Priya Manichan, Susan Rodriguez, Anand Prasad, we visit the communities, explain to people how this program can benefit them. I'm happy to report nearly 400 young persons in Region 5 is now benefiting from the gold project. 400 young people in various areas. Mr. Speaker, agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone, has been the backbone of the Guyana's economy. Region 5 has the largest acreage under agriculture cultivation. And despite the shortcomings, because of the rain, heavy rainfall, and I want to thank our ministers who responded, as I said, in the short term by providing foodstuff, medical supply, water to all the communities that are affected. I recall Minister Zulfikar and Honorable Nigel Darmlal going to communities like Buxton, Litchfield, number 41, number 42, Trafalgar, distributing hundreds of hampers to those people who are affected. Right across Region 5, we were there. Burma, I recall myself and Minister Sonia going through the waters in Burma. Minister Ashley Prasad went there, distributing hamper. Then we distribute the cash crop relief, where every farmer, I can testify that every farmer who are affected benefited from the government cash crop. Every farmer that benefited, that lost benefited. Mr. Speaker, Ministry of Agriculture has said, we are once the breadbasket of the Caribbean. In 5 years, AP and UAFC destroyed that. Nobody had any trust in us anymore. They destroyed the title that we had as the breadbasket of the Caribbean. In less than 18 months, the government of Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali and the Ministry of Agriculture led by Zulfikar Mustafa, we are once again the breadbasket of the Caribbean. In Region 5, you will see the installation of a 200 SUSEC pump at Trafalgar. Go and check it out here. Construction of Onfawak Access Road. Supervision of the construction of the Farm to Market Road on the right bank of the Barry River. In 2021-2022, the Ministry of Agriculture will be spending in Region 5 the sum of $2.2 billion to rehabilitate and improve the infrastructure development in the agriculture sector in Region 5. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, all the street lights that the advisor for petroleum, it was petroleum advisor, petroleum jelly advisor, that you remove all the lights from the communities of Region 5. I'm happy to report all the 10 NDC, we don't discriminate. All the 10 NDC are now fully lit with street lights across Region 5. 2022 budget, because of his involvement, the minister going down to the community, and there's always an issue of solid waste disposal. 2022 budget cater for the Blaymont area to be upgraded. Provision is made in the 2022 budget. Mr. Speaker, the APU, AFC, as I said, did nothing for Region 5. You know, there must be some sense of pride that you're being in government for 5 years. What are your achievements? And I was trying to think about something that you achieved. And I came to 2 or 3 issues, perhaps. One, the distribution of house lot letters. In 2020, you distributed 5,000 house lot letters. The Honorable Minister Colin Cole and Susan Rodriguez were in Region 5, and they were bombarded with these letters. You collected the people money barefacedly, a criminal offense. You should be charged. You should be charged.
Honorable member, what are you charging me for?
They should be charged for collecting people money on false pretense. Yes, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Collins and Honorable Susan went to Region 5. And we were able to find house lots, real house lots, in Balshak housing scheme. 300 house lots were distributed in Balshak housing scheme. At experiment, we have 4 contractors working presently to develop over 600 additional house lots in Region 5. Mr. Speaker, the honorable member is not here, Brother James, but she knows about those letters. And perhaps this cabinet and this government of the PPPC, you see, we are concerned. We believe that we must provide goods and services to the residents of our country because we don't believe in thief in elections. We don't believe in thief in elections. We believe to go into the polls and people must democratically elect us as they did in 2020. Mr. Speaker, potable water. You can imagine a street next to the PNC office in Rosignol. For 5 years, 27 residents were bombing at that door to get potable water. One meeting with the Honorable Minister Susan, we were able to have the distribution pipe laid. One meeting. Similarly, at Maracabay and Amerindian community, we have upgraded the water distribution system. Good faith. The Honorable Member Vincent Jordan from Region 5 is not here. He was once the manager of Gaiwa. And we all know the destruction he did in that community. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Indar and Anand Prasad went to Zordanhoop, Blaymont, a village stone throw away from Ithaca. And 20 families could not have got electricity for 5 years. But then look across to Ithaca. Every home was litted. Every land pole was litted with electricity. These were sugar workers, ordinary people. They went to meet the petroleum advisor because she was the big thing in the area. Jennifer Wayne, the former MP. I know what they were told. Move your house. These people had transport. They had transport for the land. And they were asked to move. With the intervention of Minister Indar and Anand Prasad, in less than a month, they got connected. This is the kind of government the people of Region 5 face under APNU AFC, Mr. Speaker. The people of Fairfield, suffer. They receive severe damages because of the collapse of the seawall. The Honorable Member Patterson is not here. Minister Edgell had to intervene and save that community. Look, you are in government when these things happen. Mr. Speaker, the APNU AFC government, whether you're Afro-Guyanese or Indo-Guyanese, once you're poor, they have no care for you. I remember the issue at number 41, 42. Afro-Guyanese rice farmers who received their title, legal document. These are Afro-Guyanese. These people went to the former opposition leader. He was Minister of State. They went to the former Attorney General, Mr. Basil Williams. They went all over to get remedy. They came to me. I encouraged my good colleague, the Attorney General, to come and meet these people. He met those people and we were in opposition. We were in opposition, and he represented the case in the court, and the people won. And I want to say this, those comrades are not PPP supporters. But this government, the PPP government, does not look who you support. Once you have an issue and we can deal with it, we deal with it. Recently, Teacher Joy, the Millers, the Sangwells, the Johnson, they came to me. I said, Mr. Jaffarally, when the PNC people come to Farter 1, Farter 2, Litchfield, and they talk about Barra Jack Dale and the PPP, this racism that they bring to our community. We had an issue. We went to them. They did not respond. We came to you guys. They came to you, came to us, and we represent them. Recently,
For you to continue in this meeting, sir, you need an extension of time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to ask for the honourable member to have an extension of 5 minutes to conclude his presentation.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Member, you may continue.
the APNU AFC had a community meeting at number 41. 11 persons turned up. 4 from Ithaca, and 3 from Hopetown. All the children. Yes. The buses, according to the buses, there are 2 buses. Where are the buses now? They're parked. Yeah, but what I'm saying, 2 buses cannot provide the service to school children. They start at one end, pick up someone else, and they park at the other end. They park, that's why they park. Mr. Speaker, Ministry of Health, a brand new hospital, advanced settlement is in 2022 budget, which will provide greater healthcare delivery for the people of Region 5. In education, I am happy to report that Region 5 has 811 teachers at the primary, nursery, primary, and secondary level. And 80% of those teachers are trained and qualified to deliver quality education to the children of our community. And because of the invention of the Honorable Minister of Education, she didn't throw up her hands despite the pandemic. The results of the National Grade 6 and the CXC results is above the national average of Guyana in Region 5. Above the national average in Region 5. And the top students are no longer coming from Georgetown as it used to be. It is coming from the rural community. Because the resources that are made available in the education sector is divided across the region. So every child can receive quality education. Mr. Speaker, well, we need to have a new hospital there now. Mr. Speaker, in 2022, under the Ministry of Local Government, we will see tremendous amount of infrastructure development, roads, drainage, building, in every NDC, whether it's Tifi, Tempe, or Hamlet Chance, or Rising Sun, we will see tremendous development across the entire region. It's because we as a government, we govern for all the people of Guyana. And that is why we are running with the One Guyana campaign, because all of us belongs to Guyana. Mr. Speaker, I would like to encourage the honorable member to join with us, because you'll be already put aside by the PNC. So join with us and let the PNC join with us to develop Guyana. We need to work together. We must work together. There's a time for politics, Honorable Mr. James. It's a time when we must work together. Work together, but They have not consulted on that yet. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you very much.